Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right, and you tuned in to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast, where we give you our very own takes and reviews from movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, my guy?
Can't call it, man. But I will say, man, it's good to be, back on schedule. After taking a week off last week, got we're back to regular programming. You know what I'm saying, this week. So
yeah.
glad to be back in rotation, man. But how you feeling, man? Everything good with you?
Hey, man, I am elated, man. I have no complaints. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying my little time off that I got from work. You know what I'm saying? Getting prepped and primed for this new year coming up, man. I got some things I'm about to be working on. I got some stuff I'm about to be, you know what I'm saying, getting out the way and focused on. Can't wait, man. I'm excited.
That's what's up, man. Excited to see it, man. I've been
yeah, man.
I've been thinking about like some things that I may possibly want to do, with the solo pod, things like that. But everything is still, still in my brain, man. Still visualizing some things, trying to figure out, do I want to switch some things up? You know what I mean? But it was a good year, man. I had a good year when it comes to the 28 minutes or less. So, but I'm excited to see what you got planned, man. Because you've been telling me a lot of shit, man. And I haven't been holding you to it. I haven't been holding you to it, man. I might have to hold it to it, man. 2023, man.
Oh nah. Hey, listen. Hey, this year, this 23, man. Trust me, man. I mean, if you want to call it the Jordan year or the LeBron year, whatever, you know what I'm saying. This is the one, man. I got some stuff cooking. You know what I'm saying. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, happy New Year for everybody that's listening to this. That's right. Not only is the episode the New Year's Eve movie, but you know what I'm saying. We doing this for the New Year, so this is the New Year's Eve episode, as well as the last episode of 2022. Hey man, so out of everything, you know what I'm saying, that happened this year, you know what I'm saying, how would you rate your year?
Oh boy, that's a question, boy. That's
yeah,
yeah.
For sure.
Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. This was. It really depends on what view you look at it. If you're looking at it from a glass half full or half empty. But if I look at it from a half full, it was a good year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously with life, there's always gonna be ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? I've obviously, I had a little bit more ups. I was able to, purchase, my first home and everything like that. But, some other stuff go sideways, but that's a part of life, man. And that's what I've always tried to prepare myself for, to be able to, like, I live my life of like how to deal with the downs, because I think that your life is always going to be a roller coaster ride. It's just how you tend to handle the downs. You know what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
But yeah, man, I would say if we're doing what we do when it comes to Fire Flames, I mean, I got to, for something like that to happen to me this year, I have to give it at least about a 4. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Could have been higher, but like I say, with some of the downs, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the question back to you, man. Same question back to you, man. How you gotta rate your year?
I'm gonna have to, man. Listen, we are on the same level, man. I'm giving it a 4. I had a lot of ups this year, a lot of ups. Not many major ups, but it was definitely a lot of ups, man. I had some downs too. You know what I'm saying? The ebbs and flows, of course, but for the most part, I mean, man, it was a pretty exciting year. You know what I'm saying? I got a new car this year. Um, I got a nice raise at work this year. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, just been working with a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? I started doing the OnlyFans thing this year, which has been a amazing journey to say the least. And man, you know, I put out 2 albums this year. You know what I'm saying?
did.
Like, I can't complain, man. I've been having fun, man. My creative juices have been flowing, and I've just been enjoying, you know what I'm saying, the ride as I've been going along. So yeah, man, I say it's a solid 4, man. I can't complain, bro.
That's what's up, man. That's great. That's great to hear. That's great to hear.
For
But you
sure,
have,
man.
yeah, you've been creative, but like I said, you also been you've been talking about some other creative things as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you've been,
yeah.
like I said, I haven't been on you about it, man. But you know what I'm saying? We'll
You
see.
know,
You
and
know, give you
I
some time.
appreciate the leniency, you know what I'm saying, that you've been giving me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they don't understand, man. Like the dope part about, you know what I'm saying, like working with somebody who's also a creative is, you know what I'm saying, not the fact that they hold you to your word, but they, you know what I'm saying, inspire you to continue to do stuff. And like, you know what I'm saying, when you say you're gonna do something, they ain't just like, yeah, man, you know, I hope you make it. They like, yo, so remember that time you told me about blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? They hold you to your word, man.
Mhm.
And for me, that's a great thing because I'm one of those people who feed off energy. And when I got somebody that's around me, you know what I'm saying, that's as into it as I am and that cares, you know what I'm saying, as much about it as I do, it makes things a lot easier. And like I'm one of those people that can just go by myself for sure. But like when you got
Mhm.
somebody else that has that same energy, man, and they ready to get it, you know what I'm saying, just like you are, man, it make it so much easier, but it also makes it so much better too. Because you got somebody who's looking at it, you know, you got somebody who can give you ideas, or you got somebody who can critique you, you know what I'm saying, properly and not just be like, oh, that's stupid. Or they just be like, nah, don't do it that way, you know what I'm saying? Try this way. So it's always good to have somebody like that around you, man. But listen, man, we got an exciting episode because this one is about, of course, the holiday, man, New Year's Eve. And of course, the movie is titled New Year's Eve, star-studded cast. And one thing about this movie that I really, really enjoy is, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
And
because
it's
I'm
the second
totally going
episode of
off.
the
I'm
week,
totally
man.
going off. I know. I'm totally going off. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I'm excited. I just drunk a big ass energy drink, so you know what I'm saying. I'm going on 10 right now. But before we get to that, my apologies. Our favorite segment, you know what I'm saying, of the show, none other than what we watching. So let's get to that first.
What we watching?
What we watching?
Okay, now back on track. So what we watching, man? What do you have first?
Okay, so I got two. I got a movie and a limited series.
Mhm.
And the movie that I watched, it's a movie that actually came out this year. They dropped it on Netflix. I think last week. I think last week might have been the first week they dropped it on there, and I watched it as soon as it came out. And it is a part of the Knives Out thing. The Glass
Yeah,
Onion.
yeah,
Man, listen, I fuck with that shit. That shit was good, man. I really do, man. Like it's one of those things where it's kind of like the movie that we're doing today, where there's a whole bunch of big, huge names in
yeah,
it, and to me, it held up to the expectations. I didn't
yeah.
necessarily like all I knew was that it was a thing that surrounded around like a murder mystery, and they got to figure out who it is. Where it's kind of like the game of Clue or something like that, and I did not expect for it to be what it was. The whole twin thing threw me completely off, but it
Mm-hmm.
was really really good, man. Janelle Monae did really good. She played two characters.
Oh, so
Um,
she's so beautiful.
she is like it was a couple of beautiful girls in there, man. Janelle Monae.
Yeah.
I've always had a thing for Kate Hudson for years.
No, for sure. Yeah,
She
Kate Hudson is the
and
one for me.
the one girl that played I don't know her name, but she was in Iron Fist. She was her assistant. She was Kate Hudson's assistant
Oh
in this movie.
yeah. She was good in
Yeah,
this one.
like her. But look, I've never been a huge fan of Daniel Craig. But he did his thing in this though. He did his thing in this. So
He was great
and
in the
then
first one.
yeah, and now I've seen somebody there's this thing going around now, people saying that because of this movie that David Bautista, they say that he's the best wrestler turned actor after the
I
performance that
don't
he
know,
gave in
man.
this film. I don't
I
know about
don't
that
know,
either. I
man.
might still
I
have to stay
don't
with The
know,
Rock.
man.
But
John Cena, man. What are we talking about? John
man,
fucking
man,
Cena,
I'm not
man.
doing this
What are we
with you, man.
talking about, bro?
What
John
we talking about?
Cena.
12 rounds? Movie? I mean, come on, man.
No. Have you never seen what's the one?
I
Oh
did
my
not watch
god.
Peacemaker, man. I did not
No,
watch
I
it.
ain't talking about Peacemaker. That was actually good though. I ain't talking about Peacemaker. I'm talking about the one where him and his wife, they got the other couple that they cool with, but her and
Oh,
I
with
mean they
Lil Rel in
daughters.
it.
Yeah, that one is good too. Not that one, no. That one was actually good too. But it's another one where him and his wife, they best friends or whatever. It's another couple and they all cool. And then their daughters is supposed to be going to like to this party or whatever, but they not letting them go to the party. They ain't supposed to be going to the party and they sneak out. So all four of them they end up invading the party and they trying to figure out if their daughters are there. Now they trying to catch them so they could ground them and shit. But bro, it's funny as hell, bro. It got dude from SNL in there. I forgot what his name is, but he's in it. And then the other funny chick that's she played the bad guy. I mean the evil witch in the Scarlet Widow or whatever the fuck her
Catherine
name is.
Hahn.
Yeah, she's in it. She plays the dude. I forgot the dude's name, but he was in not SNL. He was in SNL, but he was in Mad TV too. But he's in it. And then I forgot who John Cena's wife is, but and then John Cena is in it. But basically, they supposed to be, what I'm saying, like raiding this party to find their daughters. And it's all kind of funny shit in there, but it's just a funny ass movie. And he did a great job in that too. But John Cena got I don't know, he might be able to go toe to toe with The Rock. Because Rampage
I
is
don't know
trash.
about that.
Rampage is trash.
Man, he was
What's
good at
the
18.
San Andreas or whatever the one was where he's supposed to be the helicopter dude. That shit was trash.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Rock got some misses, bro.
I mean, yeah, he got some misses, and you already okay. I ain't gonna go down the road, but
Yeah.
listen, look, Glass Onion was actually
Yes.
really good. Man, I did not expect for it to be that good. So they really did because I watched Knives Out. Knives Out was cool. It wasn't the
Yes.
best film I ever seen, but I like the Glass Onion better. So they may have a thing going here with this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the second thing that I watched is funny because the only reason I watched it was because of what you said after we did Best Man Holiday. And you was
Uh-huh.
like, yo, I gotta watch this shit just to see if they did, what you had said, because you was like, nothing's gonna go according to plan. Like, by the
Of
way
course not.
Best Man goes, like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be some shit.
Yeah.
And you were right.
I knew it. I
Halfway.
knew it. I
Halfway.
knew it. I
Halfway.
knew it.
Halfway
Okay.
though. You was halfway
Okay.
right. Cause Shep,
Who did Q get
well,
married to?
okay. This is okay. Hold on. So he was engaged to be
Mm-hmm.
married, but it was Nicole Ari Parker, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
they go to this island, and that's where the wedding is going to be at this island. And
Mm-hmm.
Shelby was not invited, but Shelby was talking
Oh.
to Neil Lone's character. She found out where they was, and she just popped up
Uh-oh.
while they were doing
That's
like all
hilarious.
the marriage stuff. Well, all the
Yeah.
shit preparing for the wedding. So Q smashed, and girl knew it, but she was just like, "That's all right, because he gonna marry me." Boom, 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 all this type stuff. And then what ended up happening? There was a
Oh,
wedding, and he
man, what
married
are you
Shep.
talking about?
He married Shep, but he didn't even
Of
marry
course he
old
married
girl.
Shelby. But wait a minute.
But
How do you smash? How do you smash? You engaged, and then your fiance says, "Oh, it's okay because he's supposed to marry me." Man, this is what I'm talking about. Best man, bro. It's trash. We know that's not how life goes at all. None of that would ever happen, bro.
Dude, it's a lot of shit where you like, come on, yo. Like y'all is really going through. Hey, you was right about Lance though. Lance was fucked up. You said that he was gonna be like a drunk and he was just gonna be like down and out and all that type shit. Of course. Man, he was smashing everything. I'm talking about everything he came across, he smashed.
I'm sure. Ex-football player, not surprised.
Yes.
Not surprised.
Yeah. So but it was I mean it's good to see that they finished the story, but like it was some of it was just way too extreme, and then some of it was it's like, all right, a lot of this shit is unrealistic, but it also gave you some of it seemed like they watched a little bit of Tyler Perry shit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Of why did I get married type of shit. And it was just
I mean, it was already Tyler Perry-ish anyway.
Yeah. And it was definitely that. So
yeah.
I mean, it was cool. I mean, it wasn't the best show that I've seen, but you know, I'm a sucker for a continuous story. So for
sure.
But don't get me wrong, dude. You're gonna get some laughs though. There's some funny shit that happens in there.
Yeah.
There's some funny shit. Yeah. So it's definitely something to watch if you're into it. But those are the two things that I watched, man. I watched that Knives Out, Glass Onion, and The Best Man, the final chapters.
Yeah, the dope thing about Best Man Final Chapter and just the Best Man series altogether or franchise altogether is just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we grew up with those actors and actresses, you know what I'm saying, being like the best of Black Hollywood at the time. And to see them continuing, you know what I'm saying, that journey and see them still, you know what I mean, like not even nowhere near off their game. It's just dope to see, you know what I'm saying, like a cast like that. You can't, you know, we don't get that often. You know what I mean? Especially now because, you know, in a weird way, like we really don't even have like a new like quote unquote Black Hollywood. So, or at least I don't think we do. I have to go through the ranks and see, but for right now, you know what I'm saying, it's just dope to see that old regime still, you know what I'm saying, moving on and still doing their thing.
Okay, so let me know if these people aged out. So you got Michael B. Jordan, you got John Boyega, you got what's my dude name that's fighting him in Creed.
That was in Jonathan Majors.
Yes, Jonathan Majors.
Okay.
Shit, let me see. Young guys. I mean, can we put John David Washington in there?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you got John David Washington. You got Zendaya.
Yeah. Well, Zoe Kravitz too. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, Zoe. Yes, Zoe. So I mean, there are some. There are some. Right. There are some. Now maybe they're not
like. But to me, it's like they not. I don't know, man. They not as prominent as, like, think about this, right? If you go down that cast, right? Nia Long, Taye Diggs, Morris Chestnut, who else is in that thing? Sanaa
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard. Like, bro, like they by the time when the first Best Man came out, they had shit up under their names, like big shit up under their names. Like, think about how hard it was to just name the people you just named. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe
I see what you're saying.
They still got the new class still got time. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of time, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It don't feel as strong as their run did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think hindsight being 2020, like we seen how great someone like Omar Epps became. Like we seen how great someone like, you know, what's my man's name? You just said it, like Morris Chestnut. Like we seen how great they became, but we was able to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Hit that age, and I think that these people, like they're still a little young. Like I mean, now when you look at somebody like Michael B, like he's been in it for a while. We've been seeing him since he was like 13.
Since he was a kid. Yeah, hard.
Yeah, so like he is the most established out the group of the people that I named, but we see John and we see Jonathan. We see their potential is up there.
No, for sure.
Like it's up there. Damson interest. You know what I'm saying? He's
yes and no.
Why you say no?
Because he got Snowfall, but then like he got like the one movie where he was the robot dude or with the robot dude, but not so much. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's still time, like you said. We still got time.
Yeah, it's still time, and these people are young. But like, you're right though. But I just also think that we've seen. I mean, like somebody like Mekhi Phifer. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I think that there are more, but at the same time, we've seen it. And we just gotta give them a little bit more time. And the girl, you don't watch that show though.
What?
I was gonna say the girl, the light skinned girl that plays Zendaya's sister in Euphoria, but you don't watch Euphoria.
Yeah. But I mean, like to me, I feel like besides like Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, because like I don't count Damson Idris and I don't count John Boyega because they from Europe.
Oh, okay. So that means Daniel Kaluuya can't be in there either.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't count the European actors.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that's they imported goods. They're not, you know what I'm saying, like homegrown. Like, if you think about it, how many? Well, yeah, Keke Palmer for sure. But I mean, she been doing it too since she was like a kid. So, you know what I mean? Like, outside of that, I mean, I really don't know, man. But I mean, like you said, we got time, man. We got time. I just feel like it's they more so like a lot of these guys are more so like on that Glenn Plummer route compared to a, you know what I'm saying, like a Morris Chestnut. Like they got a lot of work, but they don't have that stardom yet. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. But I still think the future is bright. But
oh yeah, I do.
But too. It's still early. I mean, because when you got somebody like Omar Epps, like very first movie is like one of the biggest classics of all time in Juice.
Yeah,
it's just like we don't know if they have that yet. Like I don't know if any of those have that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they got good movies and shows under their belt, but I don't know if they got that type of status yet. Even Jermaine, is it Hopkins?
Fowler.
Dude play Steel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? We seen him as a little fat kid and Lean on Me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see what you're saying. But
my what we watching is the same as yours. I had Knives Out, Glass Onion as well. Great movie. I mean, same thing like you said, multiple stories. They all intertwined in one. Great cast. Janelle Monáe did a hell of a job. Daniel Craig as well. Carrying on from the first movie to, you know what I'm saying, take that and then bring it into, you know what I'm saying, the second edition of this Knives Out franchise, which to me is so funny because this is the first one that's been on Netflix. Remember, the originally they were on Amazon Prime. These are Amazon Prime productions. So seeing them on Netflix and seeing them, you know what I'm saying, get played other places, just lets you know, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of this shit is about to be very, very interesting. But it was just a good movie, man. It piqued my interest for sure because to me this is like this is our generation's version of Clue. You know what I'm saying? And it did so well, and it really brought that excitement and, you know what I'm saying, that intrigue. So I definitely enjoyed it for sure, man. But okay, so now back to, you know what I'm saying, what I was saying beforehand. You know what I'm saying, holiday is here. This movie is pretty much all about the holiday. This is a very exciting and intriguing movie, much for the same reasons that we stated about Glass Onion. The fact that they have so many different stories, meshed into one gigantic story in itself. And the genius of this movie is the fact that they found a way to literally intertwine all of these stories into one big story. Like none of these stories are just stories that just happen to be like a story and then this is another story. No, like all of these stories are literally connected. Like the fact that they did that with Valentine's Day and then found a way to do that again with New Year's Eve is that's genius. Cause like first and foremost, the cast already.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those things where these are big names. These aren't just like some people that's on the come up or some people who ain't really got much work up under their belt. Like these are established names. And the fact that they're established names means that a lot of them, deserve and should have the screen time of, the stars that they are. And the fact that they were even able to put that together and give them that screen time to me was amazing in itself. And then, with the storyline and meshing all the different stories together. And then not only that, but bringing together the ending the way that they did was dope as hell as well. And if you actually stop, or I'm sorry, if you actually continue the movie and watch during the credits, all the
Mm-hmm.
post-production stuff and all that, it made it even better because, they had a lot of funny things and bloopers and all that kind of stuff too, which to me is something that is missing a lot from these new movies. We don't usually get a
Yes.
chance to see the bloopers after the credits as much as we used to, coming up. So, watching this, what was your thoughts?
Well, first to piggyback off of what you said when you were talking about screen time, I think Bon Jovi got too much. He can't act.
I
That's
mean,
just.
it's Bon Jovi, bro. He don't have to
I
act. He
mean,
Bon Jovi. The nigga played
this is.
himself.
No, he
Like,
didn't. I mean, he did. He
what?
didn't.
Yes, he
He
did.
had a
That's what I'm
character.
saying.
He had a character name. You know what I'm saying? He
No,
wasn't.
for sure.
He
I
was
mean, you
Bon
can't.
Jovi, but it wasn't Bon Jovi.
That's what I'm saying, man. You ain't gonna be like Bon Jovi in it. No, man, because Bon Jovi,
Ryan Seacrest
Dylan,
in there.
but Ryan
He's
Seacrest wasn't really a part of the story. He was like more so of a guest appearance. Like Bon Jovi is literally a part of a story. Like to me, not knowing Bon Jovi, but knowing of Bon Jovi and who this nigga is, right? Like it's kind of hard pressed to believe that Bon Jovi in real life is falling head over heels over a chick that run a catering service. Like, come on,
well,
man. He's
he's
Bon
head over
fucking
heels.
Jovi.
This is true, but he pulled a Bon Jovi. You know what I'm saying? He backed out and went on tour and left her ass.
That's my point. Like, that's Bon Jovi for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, for this nigga to come back, this nigga to circle the block, like, nah, bro, not Bon Jovi, my nigga. There's no
Yeah,
way. He's too big for that.
but to answer your question, man, like going back and watching it, this is probably, I don't know, maybe my third time seeing it. And like
Yeah.
they just really don't really do these anymore. Like they did the Valentine's Day, and what was funny about the bloopers is when Tess was quote unquote having her baby, they pulled out 2 Valentine's Day DVDs. That shit was hilarious.
For sure.
But what I realized was, like you said, for them to intertwine all of these storylines and to take different parts of people's lives and intertwine that stuff all at the end of the movie. But a lot of it may seem unrealistic, but at the same time, we're not living these people's lives, so we don't really know.
Right.
The only thing that I think that is a little unrealistic is the one storyline where Kim, which is Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, and oh dude, dang, I can't see what his name is, but
Josh,
for them
Josh
to have for them to have met and then just like, yo, I'm gonna wait a whole year and just hope that they be at the same spot next year at the same time. Like, come on.
There's some corny people in the world that I can believe that shit actually happens.
You know what? It is some corny people that would do that.
Yeah.
There is. This is like, come on. And this dude, see, he can get all the ass he wants. He got all these girls.
He was getting all that.
Yeah, he was getting all this, but there's just one lady, man. She was amazing. I met her one night ago, a year ago, and we met at this spot. And I want to meet her again. It's like that's all I thought about all year is meeting this one girl at this one spot. Come on, man.
I get it. I listen, when you got all these women throwing themselves at you 24/7, not for who you are internally or because they know they want you because you are the heir of one of what appeared to be the biggest record labels of all time. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, and being in New York, like you basically a billionaire playboy philanthropist. And then you meet this one chick who don't know shit about you. She head over heels for you this night, and then you know what I'm saying, she just up and disappear, and you get your way all the time. Oh no, you gotta have that. So I get it. I understood the fixation of I got to see this chick next New Year.
I feel you on that, and dude, I found out some shit I didn't even realize, yo. I had to click on the IMDb. Yo, Sarah Jessica Parker is 5 years younger than my mom, yo. I'm like,
I can believe it.
I was like, she was born in 65, dude. I don't know what I was thinking.
She looks like she was born in 65. Like I'm okay. Look, this is what we have to do. We have to stop. We have. I get it. I get it because of the Sex and the City thing. I get it. We gotta stop gassing up some of these actresses and actors, bro. Let's just be real. It's a shot. It's a shot in that movie where she is stepping out of the carriage, and it goes from the shoes up to her face, and that when it hit her face, up close and personal. She's not the one. I'm sorry.
Dude, I never thought even on that show, she was like number 3 for me on that show.
She was number 4 for sure. The short hair, red hair one easily came in at a 3rd for me. I'm sorry.
Hey, but that show easily. But honestly though, that show was I never really got the appeal of like these like they could have found way more sexier women than these.
But see, that's the key. It's not about them being sexy. It was the fact that you had these 4 successful women who was at the top of their craft, who was at the top of their game in New York City, and not only were they, you know what I'm saying, were they doing their thing, they were looking for love and they couldn't find it. And you would think that 4 successful women in New York City, out of all places, would easily be able to. Well, I say 3 of them because one of them didn't give a fuck about love. One of them was just out here dropping and popping. So salute to her. Yeah. That's my favorite character. But the other 3 were really looking for love. One of them actually was married. The other 2 was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, 2 of them was married. One of them was looking for love. And I mean, really, that's all it was about was her. And at the end, she just had 3 friends who was tagging along for the story. But in this movie, nah, bro. Nah. She was the same character.
She definitely was the same character. Except she had a kid. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. And a bad parent. Didn't even know what the hell her daughter was.
Hey, man.
It's crazy that Zac Efron was a damn brother. But
yes, that was funny as shit though.
Nah, so I want to attack one storyline real quick with you, right? So you got the Michelle Pfeiffer character, who's this lady. She had to work on New Year's Eve. Didn't know why. She was like the only person in the office. Her boss is being an ass to her, and she asked for 2 weeks vacation. He was like, "Well, how about I give you 1 and go get me a coffee?" And she's like, "You know what? I quit." And then like she used to be so engulfed in her work, she never even paid Zac Efron any attention, like at all. And when he gave her the mail or whatnot, he was like, "Yo, this is the first time you looked at me in a year." He's like, "You never looked up."
Yeah.
And so she just I guess she really didn't have no family, no friends. So he see her sitting down on the ground outside, and she's like, "Yo, I got this checklist. Help me with the checklist." Like, you ain't talked to this kid the whole fucking year he's been delivering there, and now all of a sudden you want him to help you with this with this checklist. It's like, come on.
My favorite storyline of the whole movie. I can't lie to you. Because I just knew Zac Efron was gonna get them cheeks, bro. I just knew it. I just knew it. I had no doubt in my mind. I said this nigga Zac Efron is definitely the type of nigga that'll smash Michelle Pfeiffer, bro. One thing I did have beef with, okay? We know Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer been around since the 80s, right?
Yes, since
I'm
Scarface.
Talking about
Scarface came out in '83.
Icon. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about icon. We remember the
one
scene
of the best
in Scarface. Come on, man. We remember the scene in Scarface where she was dancing, bro.
Oh yeah.
She was getting
smash,
busy.
Smash to the yayo.
Come on, she was getting busy. Where the fuck did her rhythm go? That ending, that after credit scene where they was dancing, her and Zac Efron is just grooving on the dance floor. She just looked like she ain't have no dancing experience whatsoever. I don't know if she was trying to stay in character or if she just lost her touch. But I was just like, yo, this cannot be Michelle Pfeiffer. I do not remember Michelle Pfeiffer being this horrible on the dance floor.
Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, I love doing a podcast with you. That was funny. I noticed that she wasn't dancing really well, but I guess I was more focused on Zac because I was surprised. I was like, hey, Zac got rhythm. I was like, oh shit.
You never seen High School Musical?
No.
Oh man, Zac Efron gets busy, bro. He could sing. This nigga could dance. I mean, this nigga is a chiseled statue. Like this nigga is the package. He's the package, bro. For sure. Zac Efron is the man, bro.
Hey, I told you why I gained respect for Zac Efron. There was two movies, man. It was a movie called Parkman, and that and the one movie we did when he played Ted Bundy. Yeah, but
I gained hella respect for Zac Efron after High School Musical. When I seen how girls was like losing it over this nigga, I said, oh yeah, this nigga got it. I'm talking about when I say he can do it all, this dude can do it all, bro. He's funny, he's charismatic, he can do drama roles, he can do comedic roles. I mean, there's nothing this nigga can't do. He's in shape. This nigga looks like a fucking Ken doll. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but you're definitely right. Like, because I think that like when she went to him for the checklist, I think that she knew that he had that charisma to be able to get it done. And I like how creative he was when he was like, "Yo," he said, "We're gonna go to all 5 boroughs," and he took her to that one place. I want to go there if I ever go to New York, where they got the And he was just like, "Boom, check it off." And then he knew she wasn't gonna be able to get a kiss from anybody at the end of the night. And this motherfucker tracks her down and slob her down. And she's like, I'm 20 years. She's like, I'm twice your age. And she was like,
nah, you think Zac Efron give a fuck about that? Zac Efron is knocking down panties left and right, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. He knocked the cobwebs out of that.
No, let me tell you. Okay, so let me tell you what the craziest thing about this whole fucking movie is, right? And this is what I really don't like about Hollywood. They get a nigga like Ashton Kutcher, another Hollywood heartthrob. They get this nigga and make him. They try to make this nigga look as bummy and as bad as possible. It's impossible to make this nigga look bad, bro.
Hold on. You're not gonna tell me he don't look exactly like the same character from the Butterfly Effect?
2.5 Men. What? Anything else? This nigga Ashton Kutcher play. Ashton, there's no way you're getting Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher told the world that he don't wash his legs and he barely takes showers, and women are still frolicking over this dude. So there's no way you're gonna have this dude. This nigga was in Times Square with a trench coat on and pajama pants. Okay, and he still bagged the chick. And she was on stage, singing for New Year behind Jensen, and he bagged her. This, come on, man. What are we talking about, bro? How unfair is that? Like, we gotta stop. Then out of everybody that he was connected to in this whole movie, he just so happened to be connected to being roommates with Zac Efron. Come on, bro. Stop.
And he hated New Year's.
Come on, man. You telling me that some chick broke Ashton Kutcher's heart in college? Nah, man. I'm sorry.
And that's why he hated New Year's.
Yeah, come on, bro. I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that at all. I'm not believing that at all. You gotta try again, bro. Another story that I liked, man, was the pregnancy story with Seth Meyers and all them. That shit was funny as hell. The fact that they found out at the last minute that if their child is born as the first baby on New Year's, that they get $25,000, and it instantly just became a beef out of nowhere, bro. What is dude's name, bro? Oh my God, what is the other husband's name? The charm school owner. I forgot what his name was, but
his name was James in this.
No, what's his name in real life?
Was it Teal?
I think so.
T-I-L?
Teal, so yeah. Teal or Teal.
What's that? Schweisswagger?
We'll take that. Teal Schweisswagger. We fucked your name up, brother, but let me tell you something. This dude usually plays bad guys.
Yes, every time I've seen him, he was always a bad guy.
He's always
he still looked like one.
But in this, no, for sure. He looks like the most diabolical villain of any James Bond movie you've seen. But when I tell you that he was fucking hilarious in this fucking movie, bro. Him and Seth Meyers going at it was funny as fuck. And then Seth Meyers' wife, when she got up and put her stomach up against the other lady's stomach, it was like, oh, it's on. I was like, yo, that shit was hilarious. Like this movie is a lot funnier than what it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to be like a romantic love story. It ain't really a rom-com, but it has its moments that make you fucking laugh, bro. This movie was amazing.
Yeah, I liked that storyline as well. And then, like, you know, obviously he's seeing that they had, you know, multiple kids, and they might not have had as much money as they had. So he actually changed the time that their child was born, because theirs was actually born first. But he was just like, well, you know. And then, come on, you got Halle Berry as a nurse in this hospital. And you got my girl, Carly, who's a doctor in this joint. Like, I've always had, like, a thing for her. I don't know. It's like she got this weird thing with her eyes. I don't know what it is. It's like,
I don't know. Alyssa Milano was fine in this motherfucker
Alyssa Milano. But we only saw, but she really only showed up like 2 or 3 times. I need to know what this hospital is.
Enough.
Y'all got these women as nurses.
I'm there.
I got a fever.
Because, I'm trying to tell you.
I got
wait a minute. Speaking of Halle Berry, can we talk about how they shaved my man Common's face, bro? This nigga look crazy. This nigga look crazy in this movie, bro.
He look crazy on the screen, yo.
Come on, bro.
They took that army scene serious. He was only in this movie for 4 minutes, and he had to shave his whole face and his head for this role.
Man, listen, bro. For a nigga to only have facial hair on his eyebrows is crazy. As a grown ass man, bro. As a grown man, for this nigga to be booty butt bald naked in the face is wild, bro. That shit look out of sight. I'm not gonna lie to you. This nigga Common looked weird as fuck, bro. Like that, they can't do that to my man Common, bro. He got to have facial hair. He can't be bald faced. No.
That is hilarious, man.
No.
Yes.
No,
I don't know how much he got paid. This had to be a look type of thing for him. He was like, yo, everybody's gonna be in this movie. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for the look.
That nigga like a knuckle, bro. That shit look crazy.
Yo, and then tell me why the Stan's doctor, which was Robert De Niro doctor.
Yeah.
Tell me why he looked like he jumped straight out of the Saw movie.
No, for sure. Definitely did. Definitely did.
This was before he got it, before he sawed his foot off, man. He looked exactly the same. The same hair, the same facial hair, all that shit.
How he ended up in the Saw movie. That was like, yeah, you man down the roof. Yeah. Snatch that motherfucker up. That shit was crazy, bro.
That was funny. That was funny. But oh man, you silly. Cause it's funny because I thought about the same thing. Like I looked at coming on that screen and I'm like,
yeah,
like something weird. I was like, something ain't right. Like it sounded like Common. I said Common was in it. He really shaved his face off to be a damn army person for 5.
Hey, you I listen. Sometimes, bro, you ain't gotta method act, bro. They could have they could have let that nigga keep his beard, bro. That shit was wild, bro. That's a little wild, bro. But
man.
Okay, so we also had oh my god, what is her name? With
Hilary Swank.
Hillary Swank, thank you. Hillary Swank, man, she was in charge of she was the vice president of the New Year's Eve something a committee or whatever. Basically, she was in charge of the ball dropping in Times Square at New Year's Eve and New Year, which is one hell of a job to have, first and foremost. And then, you know what I'm saying, not only that, for her best friend in this movie apparently to be Ludacris is also crazy because I thought this nigga was a security guard at first. And he turned around, this nigga was a fucking cop. Did you know that?
The NYPD. They had to be important in the NYPD.
Big time. I'm like, yo, wait a fucking minute, bro. Like, okay, I can understand normal security, but because I thought this nigga was like the head of security or something. This nigga got up, this nigga was in full regalia, bro. This nigga had everything on, all his medals and everything. This nigga was at work as a fucking New York police officer, bro. So that was actually an interesting take on this movie, man. That was something different. But Hillary Swank, who ended up being Robert De Niro's daughter in this movie, you know what I'm saying? We all knew that she had something that she was kind of holding back. We didn't know, of course, until the end. We ended up finding out that she's Robert De Niro's daughter. Robert De Niro is dying of, I believe it was cancer or something like that.
I think so.
They never really said it, but I assume it was cancer because they said no radiation, no chemo. So, of course, you instantly jump to that. But so, she ends up going to see her dad at the last minute. And once she goes to see her dad, they go to watch the ball drop on the roof of the hospital. And which was like a tradition for them because she even mentioned it talking to the president of the committee when she said that, she's been watching the ball drop since she was 5, blah, 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 which was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That, Ludacris was holding her to her word. It was like, yo, at the end of the day, make sure you do everything you do. And then not only that, I thought it was dope of her as well to give Kaminsky, who was the most famous nigga in the world at the time, giving Kaminsky his job back, even though he got fired, which to me was dumb as fuck because if this nigga is the only nigga who can fix the fucking ball, why would you fire that nigga at all? People like that's not
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't make sense at all, but she fixed it, which is dope. And then we missing one, ain't we?
Also the storyline between oh man. Why is it slipping my mind? Oh, Sophie, man. We gotta get into Sophie. Cause she had a huge crush on Jensen. And like she kept throwing all these little one-liners at him. That was hilarious. I like when she played that character. Dude, I honestly thought she talked like that until I seen her in the interview. she's playing a part. Cause she did it.
sure.
She did it in this movie. Obviously, she did it on Modern Family. She did it in Four Brothers. She did it in
Yep.
what's my one movie? Oh man, what's my one movie? It's slipping my mind at the moment. Oh, Tyler Perry joint with Angela Bassett when she got with Rick Fox. I forget the name of that movie, but like it's a character. Like it's not really
Yeah, I
her.
I don't know the Tyler Perry's one.
But yeah, like it's funny. It kind of reminds me of the lady that played the nanny.
Yeah, Fran Drescher.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of her. Like it's all a little act, but it was funny though. Like man, when Katherine Heigl was throwing all the food up against the wall, and then she was like, "Can I throw one?"
And
she was like, "One of the expensive."
Egg,
She said, "Can I throw the expensive egg?" And then they didn't even make it. And that shit was hilarious, man. And then just the fact of like, yo, you're telling me if this woman, look, I don't care who you think you might be in love with.
Speak on it.
If this girl if she's throwing that at you, you're not turning it down. I'm sorry.
No,
I thought that's not realistic.
But I thought we ain't even on the same page. I thought we was on the same page. Fuck all that.
Oh, what? What happened?
If you see this woman in that goddamn blue dress at midnight on New Year's Eve, and she's kissing a statue instead of a real human, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Who's not trying to kiss Sofia Vergara? Come on, man. What are we doing? Did you see her in that dress? Come on.
Yes, man. And then Katherine Heigl talking about, do you got anything on? Don't hate.
Hey,
because this woman got all her titties out.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter what she had on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she had on, it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Them things is things, man. I like it.
Shit, while you talking, she looked good in the damn shelf out.
When she said she was going to see it and she flattened her shit out, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, she had me. She had me. Man, for sure.
Definitely.
I was like, yeah, she's in there, man. But no, that was dope as hell too. I'm trying to think of so Sarah Jessica Parker's daughter, man. This to me was the heartbreak of the movie. You know what I'm saying? She snuck out. She did all this shit to sneak out just to go kiss old dude Jake T. Austin, who is also a young child was a young child star. But she did all that to go sneak out and go kiss my man, only to see one of her friends basically steal her goddamn prize, man. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? This little no good hussy is out here putting her lips, you know what I'm saying, on her reward, man. She done risked life and limb. First and foremost, we already know you can't just be out here just roaming through New York like that. Then at all places on New Year's Eve, you know what I'm saying? She catching trains. She don't know where she at for real, which to me I don't even know if she live in New York for real. Cause she said, is this 36? She like, nah, this 34th. 36 is down the way. How the fuck you not know where you at in New York, man? You knew what train to catch, but you don't know where you at? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're
right. You're right, man. And that show, and that's what I be trying to tell people, man. Man, when you got these little heifers as your friend, you know what I'm saying? They'll do you in like that. They'll do you in like that.
You gotta watch
and like you can kind of tell that my dude is looking for her. Yeah. But all she see is lips on lip contact. She don't see that my man is really trying to pull back. Yeah, he's trying to pull back. He's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And like she didn't see the uncomfortable look on his face, but at the same time, that you're right. This is the heartbreak of the movie. Is that part? But then he was able to redeem himself at the end.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying, and get the kids. Yeah, like a real G. But man, I can't tell you the last time I got a kiss for the New Year.
Not me either. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't even remember the last time I've even seen the ball drop.
Oh, what? Well, last year I was never mind. I can't say that on the podcast. But last year I was doing something else on New Year's Eve. So
I
really didn't give a fuck about that. But you know.
Yeah, but I didn't see the ball. I haven't seen the ball drop in years. I haven't got no kiss for New Year's from years. It's just like it's gotten to a point where it's just like
overrated, man. It's overrated.
It's super overrated.
It really is. It really is. As a person who was doing that for the last 10 to 12 years. No, I'm sorry, 13 or 14 years. It's overrated, bro. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? This is a little moment, but after the first one, it really don't matter. Cause half the time you don't like the motherfucker you kissing after that. No way. Y'all don't agree to, you know what I'm saying, get irritated by each other and shit. Nah, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I've heard plenty of stories. Would you want to be in Times Square for that event?
I'm gonna be honest with you. In 2022, fuck no. But like maybe in like 2008, 2009, around that time, yeah, that sounds like a little move. You know what I mean? You can't really be mad at that. The energy is high. It's Times Square. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of hotties running around. You know what I'm saying? A few baddies out there. Yeah, it's all kind of shit going on in New York around New Year anyway. So definitely for sure. But like now, fuck no.
I would have to agree with you. I was a little bit better with being around people like that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like around, 2008, 6-ish. You know what I'm saying? I was in college and shit. So, yeah, like now, I don't like being around a whole bunch of people like that. Like we got this thing down here called Fall for Greenville, and it looks like Times Square. Like it's just like people are shoulder to shoulder. You can't walk. I made a mistake one time and wearing some all whites, and that was the first year I went.
Oh yeah, no,
bad idea.
You don't never do that. Not
bad idea.
Place. No, yes. Yeah, you don't do that.
Well, I'd never been to it before. I was just wanting to be clean, and it was a mistake. But it's just like it's like, man, you can't walk people shoulder to shoulder. You stepping on people's feet. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to hold, like if you there, because I was there with my ex-wife, I had to hold a hand because like there was so many people. You can get broken up really quick. I just don't like being around a lot of people like that. But like at that time of my life when I was younger, it's like, okay. And then you hear the stories about people out there wearing the pins because they was like, you don't want to lose your spot. So like, yeah, like I've listened to countless podcasts where they're like, that's what's going on out there. Because there was like, there are not that many bathrooms of places to go. And like people, like if they got like a good spot, like where the ball is dropping, like they don't want to move, so they just stand there.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see the ball, you can see the ball. I'm not okay. This is what I'm talking about. People make stuff way bigger than what it got to be, right? Like two things I hate in life. You know what I'm saying? The other team that plays, you know what I'm saying, the Ohio State Buckeyes every year. And you know what I'm saying, people who sit up close at the movie theaters in the front rows, like those things should be banned in life. You know what I mean? Like I don't like them people. So I can imagine trying to do that in New York City at Times Square, being right there on the gate trying to watch the ball. First and foremost, the ball, like if the closer you are to it, the less you get to see it as it comes down. You want to be at least somewhere like in the middle or like right at the brink of in the back. Like, why are you trying to see the ball drop right up on the building? That's crazy to me.
This is true. It's true. You want to know one of the best things about this movie?
What's that?
Is that we saw a Kodak production, a Kodak promo out there, man. You remember when Kodak used to be the shit? And them Kodak cameras?
Yeah, for sure.
This really took me back. I was like, yeah, this is definitely 2011.
Okay. I got something for you, right? Because this is where I had gotten confused. What year did this movie come out?
It came out 2011.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Because at the end of this movie, it says that it's 2012, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, remember the scene where Ashton Kutcher, you know what I'm saying, was using his, you know what I'm saying, man powers to swoo and woo old girl on the elevator. And right before they kissed, of course, the elevator comes on and ruins the whole kiss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, when the gate was opened up or whatever, and everybody got on, it's a dude on that elevator with glasses on. This nigga's glasses say 2002.
I thought it said 12. I thought that other thing was a 1.
Oh man, go back and look. His glasses said 2002. I think there was like green or blue glasses or whatever.
Yo,
But it's a
blue.
nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nigga standing there. That them shit said 2002, bro.
I
Unless
thought
I'm
that,
tripping. Unless I'm tripping and it just looked like a 0 because of the I part.
I
That
think
nigga
that's what it
had
was. I think that
2002
was a
glasses
yeah.
on.
I think that it was actually a 1,
Okay,
but
so I gotta go back and watch it. But I could have swore that
yeah,
shit
but
said 2002. I about to say this nigga is behind the times. He got the wrong glasses on. He's already jaded.
he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna save these inventions."
No, wait. And then another great moment in the movie, bro, is the old lady closing the gate. When I tell you that shit cracked me up, bro. She's closing the gate. Dude, like, I can help. She didn't say nothing. She just smacked this nigga hand. If that ain't the most elderly thing in the world, bro, I was like, yo, do not play with that old lady, bro. Whatever you do, leave that woman alone. Let her close that gate. Whatever y'all got to get to, y'all don't wait it long enough to get there. It'll be there in a minute. Let her close this gate so she don't whoop off on one of y'all ass real quick. Because she was determined to close that gate, bro.
Okay, 2 things. Number one, the end credits when she was closing the shot thing,
Hilarious.
that was hilarious.
Yes.
But
Yes.
okay, this is what shows you that this is a movie. You were stuck
Right.
on the elevator with this girl
Yeah.
for 5 hours, 4 or
For
5
sure.
hours.
For
Then
sure.
the elevator finally start working. You gonna get
Yeah.
right back on that bitch?
I mean, he ain't care about what's the name, bro? He ain't care about
Man,
New Year's Eve, remember?
man, fuck that shit. If I'm
But
on the
and that's
elevator and it,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if I'm on the elevator and it was broken down for 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just start back working, I'm taking the stairs. I'm not getting
For
back on
sure.
that elevator.
I'm with you on that. But this is another reason why I said, bro, this Ashton Kutcher shit is unbelievable. Cause you mean to tell me, bro, this nigga gets locked on or trapped on the elevator with this chick, right? They've been in this building for Lord knows how long. How long they've been living in this building together. You know what I'm saying? And this is not only the first time that they've seen each other, but this nigga is at his worst. I'm talking about he probably ain't even showered yet. And you mean to tell me this woman is dressed up to a T, bro? And this nigga got all the charm in the world, and he bag her? Like, come on, man. What are
Exactly.
we talking about, bro?
And
I'm
took
talking
her
about
a
not.
damn rubber watch.
Come on, bro. And I ain't talking about bagging her. I'm talking about like this man bagged her, bro. Like he put on some charm from nowhere, bro. This nigga is supposed to hate New Year's, and because he hates New Year's, and he's Ashton Kutcher, he gets not only her number, you know what I'm saying? He almost got a kiss from her. He brings her the watch. Then he says, "Oh, you also left something else on here." So not only is he got the charm, he cheesy and corny too, and still, come on, man. The whole time she performing, she watching him. Like, yeah, bro, we gotta stop this shit, man. We gotta stop this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
See, and that's the thing that gives some people this expectation of like, oh, but this is what love is, and like the whole storyline between Sarah Jessica Parker. Like, it's like, come on, man, who is really you remember? And then he's going around telling people, yo, man, I met this one girl last year, New Year's Eve, man, and so I just can't stop thinking about her. And what the fuck? Man, what if I told you, yo, man, I met this one girl, right, last year, man, I was out and, I'm hoping I can go to the same spot, meet her again. You could be like, yo, did you smash? Nah, I didn't smash. But you know what I'm saying? I got a little kiss.
Oh yeah,
but that was it.
I'm definitely gonna ask the ish question. You know what I'm saying? Did you smash? But now look, so this is my reply to that, right? If you are in his shoes, right, and you are the heir to the biggest record label in New York City, and you come to me talking about, hey man, it's this chick that I met at New Year's and we hit it off and then she just left me. First and foremost, I'm playing Young Dro FTB. You know what I'm saying? Because who cares about her, bro? You out here getting all the draws in the world, and you worrying about this chick that you might not see again. If you don't get your privileged ass on somewhere and shut up with that bullshit, bro. Like, come on, man. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Go look, you got two chicks. They talking about making you a sandwich tonight. Then the bartender chick hit on you. Like, what are we doing, bro? You think I give a fuck about Sarah Jessica Parker? And then out of all people, it just had to be her? Like, nah, man. I thought it was gonna be like Halle Berry when she came out with the dress. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? He better bag Halle Berry. I'm with that. This Sarah Jessica Parker, get the fuck out of here, man. We gotta quit gassing her up, bro. She's just not it. She's not it, bro.
Hey, but they've been gassing her for years, but they've been gassing her for years.
For sure, bro.
But yeah, man, I just think that like the expectations that like put on like love and stuff, and like some of the things that they show in movies is just like The Notebook, like ruined a lot of shit for a lot of people.
Oh, like, I can only imagine.
Like a lot of people, like a lot of girls really think like, yo, just imagine that there's this guy that I married, and when I start losing my memory, he's gonna read this notebook to me to get my memory back and all this shit. It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like
after about that second time reading that goddamn notebook, he gonna be fed the fuck up.
He's like, yeah, I'm tired of doing this.
He gonna get you an audio book. That's the fuck he gonna do. I'm not gonna keep reading this motherfucking book. Like, I love you and all, but I got shit to do.
Oh man, you do
that. Fuck that, bro. But man, let's go ahead and get into the Fire Flames, man.
Let's do it.
Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame.
All right, man. So what you giving this movie, bro?
Obviously the cast is top notch. Your comment take is hilarious. He said he looked like a knuckle.
Come on.
Yeah, but top notch cast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Has some funny moments in it. Has some unrealistic shit, but like you said, it was dope the way that they tied everything in together. I do like your take on Zac Efron. Knocking the cobwebs out of that thing. So you know what? I was sitting at a 3.5, but I'm gonna go ahead and knock it up to a 4, man. I fuck with this movie. I fuck with it.
Okay then. Man, I'm gonna go a notch above you. I'm gonna go 4.5. This movie is, to me, right. It's a great movie, but what makes it difficult is the fact that you have all of these stories and you have to mesh them together and you have to basically tie them all up at the end. And they did that perfectly. There was no stone left unturned. You know what I'm saying? Cliche, but I mean, this was the perfect term to use for it. And at the end of the day, like, you basically got to see everybody's lives for what they were. You know what I mean? Like, even though, like, you had some people in higher places than you had others and whatnot, this was basically like the setting was perfect for all of this because it's New York. Like, in New York, that's one of them places where you could be anything and anything can happen for you, basically. The fact that Zac Efron was a fucking mail carrier and, you know what I'm saying, he showing Ingrid the whole goddamn New York City basically before midnight is not shocking because, I mean, like, imagine all the places that this dude is going. Imagine all the networking that this dude does throughout the year. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that shit kind of made sense. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it was just a great cast, great story, man. I'm going 4.5.
Okay. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, man.
Still my same page.
Yes, sir. So, all right, man. Coming soon. Here we go.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, so what we got next, bro?
All right, so we got a list coming up for the people, man, for the the anniversary and the very first episode of 2023. Yes, we have to give y'all the top 5 movies of 2022. That will be the first episode that will be coming out next year. So that's gonna be it's gonna be exciting, man. But it's also hard because trying to remember and also search everything that came out in all these different platforms There's so many
Yeah.
movies. I mean, it wasn't last year was a little different because we had the
COVID.
HBO. Wait, yeah, we had the HBO thing where HBO was dropping a
Uh-huh.
movie basically. Damn, was it? It wasn't a
Shit,
week.
it was like two of them every
It was
month.
damn near.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was damn
yeah,
near
there
two of
was
them every
about two
month.
in every month. So yeah, definitely, man. But with all the streaming services that we got and the movies that are coming out in theaters and all that type of stuff, so we're gonna come with a top five, man. Shit
Yep.
could possibly stretch to a top 10, man. Knowing me, it just really depends on when I actually start doing my research. Because man, you watch like first of all, we watch so much shit for this podcast for number one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's like when it comes to the new movies, there's so much content, especially that we be taking in, and when it comes to TV shows and all that type of shit,
Mm-hmm.
I be forgetting half the time. Be like, shit, what was new?
Yeah.
What wasn't a show? What was a movie?
Yep.
So like I gotta go and actually do my research of what actually the movies that was came out in this last calendar
Yeah.
year. So it's gonna be fun to go through that.
Yeah, same here, man. Man, that's one of like anytime we do a list like this where it's like a year list where we have to actually go back and go through, it's hard as hell because like and this is funny because this is something that Joe and them was talking about on their podcast where they was talking about like how when they do their year review for the albums, like
Mm-hmm.
between January through like March, you forget all about everything that happened in that time span. You know what I'm saying? And then like everything after that is usually what you remember. Like so from January to March, you really got to go back and dig through and find out what came out, what happened and shit like that. So that's really
Un-
what I'm gonna do for most part.
unless it was your number one, because that Currency album
True,
came out in like February,
true.
and
Yeah,
I've
true,
been listening to
true.
that all year. But and within doing that, you make mistakes like I made. I made a
Yeah.
mistake on my favorite shows to come out this year.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about Atlanta. Didn't even mention it. Forgot
Yeah.
all about it.
Yeah.
Like it's hard because like you could research a lot of stuff and
Mm-hmm.
like Google will only do so much and
Right.
I didn't think about it till after I finished the podcast, edited the podcast, put it out, and it's probably like an hour after I put it out. I said, "Oh shit, I forgot all about Atlanta." So I made that mistake because that was something that came out and I forgot to put it on. I forgot to mention it on the podcast. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back and check all of the platforms when it comes to Amazon, when it comes to Netflix, when it comes to Hulu, because Hulu dropped a movie this year like Prey. Prey was a movie that came out on Hulu, so yeah, there's a lot of different platforms, and then it's not just all about the movies that come out in the theaters anymore. And then sometimes the movie that come out in theaters, actually the only reason they even putting it in the movies is because they want Oscar play, because that was the whole thing with the Irishman. When the Irishman came out, like we all knew that if I could talk, the Irishman, we all knew it was a Netflix movie, but what Martin Scorsese did so he could get Oscar play, he had to put it in the movies for like a week, and then so it went to the theaters for a week, and then they put it on Netflix. So you have those situations, when it comes to the money game and all that type shit. Um, More than likely, I would not. I don't think that this would make my top five anyway, but I'm definitely gonna be doing a list without mentioning the movie that made the most money this year, and that's the Avatar movie. Um, when it comes to these Avatar movies, I don't know why James Cameron is like the person that's put on this pedestal. Look, I get it. I know James Cameron made Titanic. I get it. Trust me. I get it. I understand. But I don't understand why James Cameron is the chosen person to get the highest budget of all time
Oh no, you
with
gotta
these
go.
damn
You gotta
Avatar movies, man.
you gotta go through James Cameron's catalog, bro. It ain't just Titanic, bro.
Man, listen. There's a lot of
I
directors out
think
here
James
that deserve
Cameron
some
did. I
money.
think James Cameron did Stargate too. Like
Man,
I
listen.
think he was in like sci-fi or some shit before he even did Titanic.
I get all of that, but the budget that this man gets, it is insane.
Yeah,
Now,
nigga. That's what. Go through his. That's what I'm telling you. Go through his catalog and you'll see why he gets those joints, bro. Like this nigga does what he does, man. This nigga's the man, bro.
I get it, but I'm definitely going to be doing this list without even seeing the movie that made the most money this year, as in the
Matter
Avatar
of
Shape
fact,
of Water.
same here. I did not see it as well. But speaking of James Cameron, I want to say he definitely did Stargate, but he did, I want to say, one of the Star Treks as well. Or it wasn't Star Trek, it's another show. It was like he had a couple TV shows. Like dude is like one of the best sci-fi movie producers of all time.
Well, don't get me wrong. He did the term.
If that's the right
well,
person.
well, he wrote Terminator 2, and he did the
He
screenplay for
ain't right
Aliens.
Terminator 2. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like he's the
He
man,
did
bro.
the newer
He didn't
one.
write
He did.
Terminator though. He
I
stole
mean,
Terminator.
he stole Terminator.
Yeah.
That boy, you stupid. This dude said
Ain't
he
that
stole
it's a
Terminator.
I'm dead ass serious. I think the lady's name is like Beverly Johnson or something like that. She wrote Terminator and she wrote The Matrix, and they stole that shit from her.
Well, he got a lot of credits.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
Neo is supposed to be what's dude's name in the Terminator movie? John Connor. Neo is supposed to be John Connor.
Man, listen. Strange Days, True Lies. It's a whole bunch of Terminators. Obviously, he's tied together with Arnold Schwarzenegger because he's done multiple shit with him. But I mean, dude, that's all I'm seeing. Okay, I see Rambo. Aliens. Old ass Piranhas. That came out in 81. But I mean, okay, it don't look.
Didn't he do Stargate?
That, I don't see Stargate.
Okay, so it might not be Stargate. But James Cameron is like, he's bro, do you talk about two of the most successful movie franchises in history? Terminator and fucking Alien.
Man, look, I hear you.
Like all he does is blockbuster shit, bro.
True
Lies, that's a big movie.
Man, listen. I would take Jerry Bruckheimer over James Cameron.
Fuck no.
Any day.
Fuck
you crazy.
TV shows, yes. Movies, nah.
Okay.
Name a Bruckheimer movie bigger than Terminator or Alien.
Bad Boys.
That's not bigger than Terminator or Alien, bro. Stop. What are we talking about? That's not nowhere near. No, hell no. What? No.
Hey, man, you crazy. Armageddon?
No, definitely.
Remember
not.
the Titans? Okay, Patrick.
No.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Look,
okay.
You're thinking about it.
You know,
okay.
You got, no.
National Treasures.
That one compares.
National Treasures.
No. It's as good, but not as big though. As good, but not as big.
Okay, you got Top Gun.
Okay, that's one. I give you that. Okay. Respect.
So I'm just saying, like,
but Top Gun only got two movies though.
Okay, well, it's definitely Pirates of the Caribbean. Like,
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's probably his number one. Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, never mind then. I don't know. I still don't think that I don't know if Beverly Hills Cop is as big as Terminator or Alien. It is as good. Don't get me wrong. It is as good. I don't know if it's as big though. Like Pirates of the Caribbean is like is at that level.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if Top Gun or Bad Boys or you know what I'm saying, any other
National Treasure.
Yeah, like National Treasure is definitely better to me, but like as big, probably not.
And you want to know what his Titanic is? In my opinion, Pearl Harbor. I mean, out of all the movies he's done, that's probably the one that will be the closest to Titanic.
As far as premise, yes, but like
that's what I mean.
I would put Armageddon up there with Titanic for sure, because Armageddon is a classic.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I can see what you're saying.
Pearl Harbor,
but then,
as far as premise, like as far as like historical pick, I get that, but nah, Pearl Harbor ain't had shit on Titanic.
I only say that because of it was both of them real life events. Yeah. Both of them turned into love stories.
Yeah.
And both of them is historical. So that's why I say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I said. As far as premise, yeah, like I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if you going like pound for pound, fuck no. That's what I said. Armageddon for sure.
Look, I feel you do, but I mean this dude also did Con Air. He got Enemy of the State, Gone in 60 Seconds, Dangerous Minds, Crimson Tide. I know you never seen that. I already know how you feel about Days of Thunder, but I'm just saying I prefer.
That's the same fucking. He made he made the same movie twice. Then fuck no, bro. That's the same fucking movie. One is in a plane. That's like when Disney made planes and cars. It's the same fucking movie. What are we talking about, bro? Days of Thunder and Top Gun is the same fucking thing, man.
Oh man,
Disney literally did the same fucking thing over and over again, and I'm not surprised because Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer go hand in hand, and they probably was talking to him and was like, "Hey, why don't we make Days of Thunder and Top Gun for kids?" And he was like, "You know what? That would be amazing. Planes, cars. I'm telling you, bro."
I feel you, man. But he also did Coyote Ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's my joint.
No, respect. I can't be mad at
that.
That's
my joint.
That's
my guilty pleasure. Yeah. That ain't even a guilty pleasure. It's just like you got women dancing on bars. Come on.
You can't beat that. What? Getting drunk. Can't beat that. What? You know what my guilty pleasure is? Miss Congeniality.
Hey, yo, I like Miss Congeniality. I ain't gonna fuck with it. I ain't even gonna lie. I like the first one better than the second.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm talking about. I love that movie. Sandra Bullock in that movie is hilarious.
She is definitely hilarious, but playing the dumb chick, but she's a smart cop, but she's a dumb chick.
Like a true nerd though. Like a real nerd. Yeah, I fuck with that movie for real. All right, man. Look, so ladies and gentlemen, I know we went off on a tangent, man, but that's what we do here, man. That's what happens when you know what I'm saying, we get in our zone. Make sure you guys bring in the new year with us and you know what I'm saying, enjoy your New Year's Eve with us. We'll be coming at you guys again for the first episode of 2023, also our 3rd year anniversary. Man, we've been doing this for a nice little time and we got a lot more to go, so I hope you guys are enjoying the journey. But listen, if you are, you know what I'm saying, a fan of the New Year's Eve movie, if you guys love the movie, if you guys hated the movie, if you guys also think that Zac Efron definitely smashed Michelle Piper or Pfeiffer, I'm sorry, I said Piper, no pun intended. No pun intended. Smash Michelle Pfeiffer, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up. That was not intentional. That was not intentional. I told you my creative juices are crazy. That is not intent. That is an accident, and that was great. But you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit us up on the socials, man. On the socials, man, Instagram and Twitter, bro, at View and Down Pod. And hit us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. Man, if you want to find me, man, Scoots Bronson on Twitter. I got a link to in my bio. You can find me everywhere else there. Make sure you bring in your New Year right. Download or stream my album on all DSPs. It's called Elation. Just look up Scoots Bronson if you can't find it. You'll definitely see it. Get the album, listen to it, enjoy yourself, dance yourself into the new year with my album, man. And that's all I got, man. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram and on Twitter. At 28 minutes or less pod. That is just on Instagram. Check out the podcast 28 minutes or less. The last episode of the year is out where I did my favorite shows of 2022. So go check that out. Hopefully I could open your eyes up to some new shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mentioned the guy Scoots Bronson a lot on that show. So go check that out on all major platforms. Be on the lookout, man. The 28 minutes or less is definitely gonna keep on trucking, keep that thing going. Hopefully I can give out just as much good material as I did last year. I felt like last year was a really, really good year for that podcast. So happy new year to everyone. I don't do the New Year's resolution shit. You know what I'm saying? So just do what you feel you need as possible. And see y'all in the next calendar year.
For sure, man. Listen, and with that being said, man, thank you guys so much for your continued support, the continued love and everything, man. It's been so fun putting these, you know what I'm saying, episodes together and you know what I'm saying, making sure you guys are hearing you know what I'm saying, what's inside our minds and our brains about these movies and TV shows that we watch and talk about. So looking forward to another year. Once again, thank you guys so much. And like they say in Hollywood, man, for 2022, that's a wrap.
Cut.